what's up? It's time for more Fallout. We're in episode 3. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to jumping into more Fallout because it's a great show. So far the 2 episodes have been great. The pacing has been very good. Like, that's something I'm very surprised and like delightfully surprised about, is that I've actually enjoyed the pacing of this series when I was kind of worried about it, to be honest. Not that I felt like the pacing was going to be bad, but that it wasn't going to be for me, in that like sometimes, you know, they will focus a lot on the environments, you know, and the surviving against nature and all of that. And to me, that's not as interesting as like character dynamics. I'm in this for character dynamics. That's what I really, really love in series. And so far, this show has done really well with that, because we had the first episode, which is like great and a great introduction, and it had a lot of good character stuff. And then the second episode, all those characters meet up and there's crazy shit going on based on those characters and their relationships to one another and like how they perceive the world. It's really great, really great. So I'm looking forward to jumping into episode 3. I know now Lucy is carrying around a severed head, which is kind of wild. It's wild that character's just dead now, by the way. Like, that was a character I thought was gonna stick around for a while. Not that I necessarily thought he was gonna be one of the main characters, but like the main side character that like we're always gonna be like popping in with him and checking what he's doing. But I guess not. He lasted all of 2 episodes, but he was only really in 1 episode. So wild, absolutely crazy. Anyway, we're gonna jump into episode 3. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel. And the Patreon account, which is in the description below, has full length and early access, which means you can get next week's episode of Fallout, episode 4, on there right now in the full length version. So go check that out, because it's definitely worth it. But anyway, let's jump into Fallout. This is episode 3. Ooh. Oh, look at the flashback. Is this him on TV? It looks like there's like grain on it. I don't know if it's grain necessarily, but the color grading or whatever. There's something about it.
Dignity. Will, Joey.
This is so classic.
I'll give you 2 out of 3 on that front.
He's so like Clint Eastwood. Is that who it is? Is it Nad?
Do I really have to kill him?
Okay. I thought he might look to the camera and go, baked beans, buy them at, you know. That'd be kind of a Fallout joke, I feel like.
Come over here. Yeah, here you go. That was a hell of a day, boy. Hey, that was a great scene.
Oh, he's so nice.
I gotta talk to you.
See, it turns out Bob's a bit of a communist.
Communist.
The power of the individual when the chips are down. A new America.
I mean, I don't mind this guy.
Great if you could just shoot Jorge in the fucking head. Please.
I kind of agree with what he's
It's
saying.
just bringing order to the wild, wild west.
Hey, let's pick this up after lunch.
Like, it sounds like he's making the character, you know, somewhat complex.
It's not great. It's lavender.
Oh, this is probably his wife, right?
Taste of lavender. Why not just drink a bottle of
Not at this point, obviously, but
Tastes like someone touching you for the first time.
damn, man. They had chemistry from day 1. It sucks.
worst thing I've ever proved.
Oh,
We got a
Please, Mommy.
she already had the daughter? Right.
unbelievable. Hey,
Okay. So they were together at this point. I thought this was them meeting.
oh, look at that.
What was that? It looks like a Vault Dweller outfit, but
They even made it in your
probably
car.
not. That'd be crazy.
Let's go.
Aww. Jesus! Well, shit. Oh, is that like the medicine shit that he'll probably need to take? Because they said, like, you weren't last out there, right? Or am I thinking of a different show that I'm watching? I'm pretty sure the bounty hunters originally said, like, you weren't last without whatever we provide you. Look at that loyal boy. Well, not that loyal, I guess. He abandoned his owner.
Oh,
What is this song from? I feel like I know this song. Oh my god, she's eating him! Wouldn't that be a wild twist? Deviled eggs. Oh my god, that's so horrifying. Oh.
To keep you extra safe.
What's she doing? Ah. Putting a tracker in him. Up his nose or what? Yep.
Boy, that night really was something, huh?
You thinking about him, huh?
This is Night Titus. Over. We were attacked. Ha!
By decision. My squire, he fell in battle.
He died with honor.
Copy that. We'll get you a replacement, Squire.
No, don't.
No, all good here.
It's not a problem. We got plenty of squires.
No thanks. Whoa. I don't know if that's gonna solve the problem. I guess maybe the idea is like, pretend I was attacked again. There's someone behind him. Pretend I was attacked again and I lost communication. So they know why I'm not checking in to give location.
I can fix it. Cost you 5 caps.
Does he have money? I guess he stores a little bit in his boat. Do you have 5? He doesn't have 5. We buy teeth? Is he gonna smile with her? Uh-oh. I thought they were just gonna have a quick shot of him smiling and there's a tooth missing. Was that easy? Easiest job in the world. Motherfuckers. Get off my thing.
Step away from the armor.
The weird lisp thing he's got. Oh. He's trying to get in his armor. Nice. Because he'd be somewhat trained at least, right? Ugh. Oh god. Jesus. Is he actually gonna have his power suit taken? Or is it gonna like blow up when it opens or something? No, it isn't. Well, they opened it for him. Now he just needs to get in there. Oh my god, she's like taking his time with it. He's got a toilet seat and a spanner or some shit. Oh, jeez. Oh. No, he dropped his weapons. If he can get in the suit and activate it. Oh. Oh, he's reaching his arm into the thing. Yep. Oh, he's gonna splatter him. Oh god. Oh, fuck. That's disgusting. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. Now you gotta like pretend to be the other dude, right?
Knight Titus! I'm Thaddeus,
Thaddeus.
and I'm honored to be in your charge.
Quite the first impression, seeing him having just crushed someone's brain. Oh, that's so scary.
Knight Titus, please!
Oh, he's feeling the power.
And clean this.
Oh god. Just, oh no, don't be like as big a dick as Titus was. I mean, I guess it helps you pretend to be him.
I also bring new orders from the Elder Cleric.
But I don't think this guy would know what Titus was like. Okay, so we got a sidekick now.
You like grass?
How often would she have seen animals? I guess, did they have their own animals in the vaults? I'm so scared it's gonna do something crazy. Oh, maybe something else is gonna do something crazy. I just thought like it would go and like bite her head off. Oh Jesus, yeah, no, that's why they include the cute fucking deer. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh my gosh. Did it take the head? Shit. Give me my head back. It just like took it and it's fucking off. Oh, thank God you put that tracker in there. Who we got? Oh, no. Well, I don't have the head, sir. Oh! How could you possibly be hiding a head?
I don't know. I lost it.
It's a good lie. I mean, it's also true. You did lose it, but you do know where it is.
Gulper got it on.
Damn it, you know. Don't know where, don't know when. I like this song. Where do I know it from? There's several songs in the show that I recognize.
Norman, you're next.
Uh-oh. What punishment are you gonna get?
That vault door. The rad levels up there alone.
Worse? You could
You
have gotten
put
us all
in
killed.
danger, yeah.
Meaning those raiders could only have gotten into Vault 32 because some bonehead opened the door to the surface.
That might be true.
Of civilization.
It was Lucy's idea.
And you didn't think to at least try and stop her?
No.
What are we gonna...
You've worked janitorial, you've done kitchen duty.
There's nothing low enough for
At
you.
your performance review has been lax enthusiasm.
No, but that sounds accurate.
It's so funny the guy from Severance doing this. Like, he's like the opposite of his character in Severance.
Information me.
How do you demote someone who equally dislikes every job he's ever done?
You can't punish me. I'm invincible.
Now that I think of it, we've got a job for you after all.
Your
catered snackables have arrived.
Oh, okay. Just delivering food? That's his job?
There is a utensil.
Eat your fucking heart.
Break your fucking head open.
Okay, yeah, getting food to the unstable people. Oh my god, they're wasting their food.
Might not be an apple tree. So it's I think it's dead.
Yeah, where are you gonna find an apple there?
On my honor, sir. I will find you. Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Some rations if you're hungry.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Like an artifact to retrieve. Let's go.
Man, we're gonna be talking about Maximus's character in this episode
Repair your radio.
in the discussion.
I will retrieve it myself.
Oh shit.
I just killed it on site, no questions asked. Oh, you're a ghoul? You're a
Not
dead
quite.
Ghoul. Great idea, sir. Oh, with allowing the ghoul to live, you've made it possible to trace the
Oh, you
whereabouts of the...
traced the radiation trails. Clever.
Well done, sir. This way. Glory awaits.
But how do you know it's that? Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't. You don't know that it's the ghoul necessarily. It could be anyone that leaves that trail.
Think this was him?
Oh, it led you right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's definitely him.
You can't possibly tell.
Bring the body
He just
back
put
with
the
us?
head. Yeah, it looks like a head would fit there.
They left the body, it must be.
Is this the girl or the ghoul?
Definitely.
Ghouls. One of the Brotherhood's
It is the
like
brutality
every
of the
last one those
Ghoul.
freaks. Okay, so I think that the Ghoul probably should be like, well.
Let's just follow some good old-fashioned footsteps.
My dad, he's an overseer. He got taken by raiders, and I need the head to get him back. If you help me find him,
Is he using her as bait? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Stop! Torture is wrong.
You know, I used to do these things called studies.
Just the idea that you could convince him that torture is wrong by reminding him of it.
Torturing a person don't do shit.
Like they'll tell you whatever to get out of the torture, even if it's the wrong information.
I mean, a man hurts me, I wouldn't want to do him any favors.
Yeah.
And yet, as time marched on, I personally noticed a decided uptick.
Yeah, especially in this world. Oh, that's
The
awful.
amount of torture.
It's the only way I can get my father back.
My point is,
I'm not torturing you.
you asked me the
Maybe.
studies. I ain't torturing you, sweetheart. I'm using you as bait.
Yeah. That's why, I mean, yeah, he's bringing you up because he doesn't want you to die. So it does feel like torture because you're being like kind of drowned and then... Although honestly, knowing that it's not torture, I think helps a little bit. But it's still scary. Oh my god! What the fuck is... It's just gross. Oh my god, it's stuck. Pull her manually. Oh, good on you that he figured out a way to get it done. Oh! Shit, man. Do something, Ghoul! Oh god. He's gonna bite her leg off. Okay, nice. Oh! Okay. Did you just throw the bag in there? Nice, dog! Good dog! What? Oh. Right. Right, it broke all the fucking medicine.
Bait in a poison river.
He's like, oh fuck, she's right. I like that he was like, yeah, you know what?
Do unto others as you'd have done unto you.
Aw, she's so pure of heart.
Let's go.
Oh my god, leading her by a leash.
I need that. Oh, what's that?
Thou shalt get sidetracked by bullshit
That's
What about the dog?
that's like Fallout as well, right? You get side quests and you just never do the main story.
Sorry, I've been derelict in my duties here.
Oh my god, dude.
What are you doing? Right.
Oh my god. Come on, Maximus. Don't be like this.
It might be the flies. Mulch them up and sell it as protein. Anyway, that's why I'm so fat.
Are you fat? You don't seem fat.
So,
You knew him?
I guess maybe in a Fallout wasteland,
There's something about him.
maybe he would be considered
he
fat.
was a good guy.
Like there's not much food to go around.
That's a funny idea. What if we beat the shit out of that guy instead? And it worked.
Yeah.
I just wish he lived long enough to find someone else to beat up, you know? Only seems fair. Still. I feel bad.
I mean, look, you're seeing some remorse for it.
Like you said, it's the law of the wasteland.
Hmm.
Let's go. We're losing
Okay, so is he gonna start treating him a little more like a human now because he sees that there's actually empathy in this guy?
What we mean when we say we're going to build a better world.
Thanks, Reg. That is a positive spin to put on it.
It's not a positive impression on me.
That is the gentleman who showed me his butthole.
Yes, we took from that and then integrate them into our vault society.
Not everyone's gonna be happy about that idea.
Not a process. There is nothing we can't do when we set our minds to it.
Okay. I mean, I honestly don't hate that idea because, you know, I do think people have the capacity to change.
But I would like to start with
This
a
is why
moral
people don't like
mill, and so on.
Vault
I'd be
dwellers.
happy to teach them introductory calculus.
They're very like pretentious.
Is there something? They have intimate knowledge of our vault security.
That's
So what do you
true, I
propose we do?
guess.
We can do what they would have done to us.
Oh my god.
Jeez Louise. It was not my intention to question your leadership, Overseer.
Thank you.
The water chip is destroyed.
Oh.
There's enough water to keep our population alive for 2 months.
Damn.
That went well.
Yeah, you guys are great at being in charge, huh?
If your father were here,
I wonder what he would
he'd
do.
do the right thing.
Genuinely, I wonder what his father would have done. Because he didn't strike me as the kind of guy to say, let's just kill these guys. I don't know. It's interesting.
We're definitely picking up an abomination of some kind or another. Just not sure.
Oh god.
I'm not sure.
Gulper's coming.
Lead the charge. I'll lead the charge.
What if Maximus ends up killing this thing though?
But sir.
And then the Ghoul will show up and like, you know.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. So far his aim fucking sucks. Oh god. Nice, dude. Oh my god, the music switch. No! Don't let Thaddeus die. Don't let him die! Oh god! I don't think pulling him's gonna be enough, right? I guess they're called gulpers, right? The idea is that they don't chew. They just like pull. Because I don't see teeth there. Oh, it's fucking... Oh, they're like fingers! I didn't even notice that. I thought they were just tentacles. Oh! Is the head gonna spit out at them?
You saved me.
You saved me first.
Aw. You got Lucy's boot. Right? That's what that is? Does he recognize it as a Vault Dweller boot? Come on, dog. Grab the head and run. Grab the head and run, dog! Dog can't possibly know to do that, I imagine. It's wild that it just got delivered to them on a silver platter. I just realized the dog was sniffing around at his previous owner's head. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that the dog used to be his. She's still walking around with one boot. She needs water. Probably more than you do, man. You look dry enough already. He's like, before you were asking me not to put you in the water. You dick. You absolute dick.
Water everywhere. Not a drop.
That's disgusting.
You'll see.
She already sees. Oh. How dare you shoot him in the face? He's our beloved mascot. Oh, we're going back to this. Are we bookending the episode with him flashbacks?
No promises, though.
It is basically a Vault Dweller outfit, honestly.
On behalf of the whole Vault-Tec family.
Oh, it is. It literally is.
You know, I've never done an advertisement before in my life.
Gotcha. He's doing a Vault-Tec
My
ad.
wife has never.
That's such a lame
What if I do were to do like
position.
Go for it, Coop.
Oh, the thumbs up. That's the thing they were like making fun of him for, right? At the party. Oh my god. Damn. Oh, it's like the poster's been replaced. It's replaced his poster. It's wild seeing like executive producer Todd Howard there. Like seeing that in a TV show. All right, that was another good episode. I enjoyed that a lot. And that episode was, I think, slightly shorter than the last ones, and I think maybe the next episode will go even shorter because this one was only like 53 minutes or so. And then the next episode, like I think some of the later episodes that I saw were like 40 minutes or something. And I like that because like for the first few episodes, it felt like the longer length like made sense to establish the setting and the tone and these characters and stuff. But now I feel like that length of episode felt pretty solid, you know, like right as I felt like maybe I was gonna start fading out a little bit of my attention span, that's when it ended. So that before I get into, I'm gonna be doing some character discussion in this discussion because there's some things that I'm like enjoying and there's like stuff that I would like to talk about. But first, the first thing I want to do is just there were a couple songs in this episode that I recognize, and like in my head I had them from like movies or a TV show or a game or something, and I want to look up to see what they're from. But before I do that, I'm just going to say which ones they are. There was one at like 7 minutes, and I'm going to find out what that one is right now. I can't even remember the tune right now. So like there's that. And then there was another song later in the episode that was like, we'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when. That song, right? I've heard that song. Not only have I heard that song at least once or twice, but I have a vague memory of looking that song up on this channel, like while on this channel going, I know that song from somewhere, and looking it up. And I have a vague memory of not being able to find what it was. So I'm going to now look up those two songs. First, I'll start with the song at 7 minutes, so give me a second. Okay, so the first song, it was called Maybe by the Ink Spots. And it says here, in popular culture, this is on the Wikipedia page, the song was also used as the opening and closing theme for the first game of the Fallout franchise. The game's sequels 3, 4, and 76 also used it on the in-game radios. So maybe just because it's like, maybe it's just considered like one of the Fallout songs, and so maybe I just know it from Fallout trailers or from the Fallout game. I mean, I did play Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, so maybe I just heard it on the radios in those. But I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like I recognize it from something. But anyway, I'm now gonna look up the other song as well. So here I go. It's funny, I haven't even fully done it yet, but I started typing "we'll meet" and my Google told me that I've already searched before "we'll meet again" uses in media. I've literally Googled that exact thing before, so I know that that I have I have actually looked this up before. It is in Doctor Strangelove. That's not what I know it from. I don't think so anyway. I don't think that's what I know it from. But like No. I know I've looked at this entire exact thing because it said this song made a minor appearance in season 7 from animated series The Simpsons, which features Sideshow Bob humming the tune of "We'll Meet Again" as he plans to use nuclear weapons to use a nuclear weapon to cancel the usage of television in Springfield, right? So I remember looking it up and seeing that and going, that's not what I know it from, but I felt like I knew it from a different episode of The Simpsons or something, but I guess not. Still, like, what did I see it in recently then that like made me look that up? Like, why did I do that? Okay, so I just was scrolling through. I found a page which had like a bunch of different places that it's been used in media, right? I think the most famous use of it is in Doctor Strangelove, right? But I haven't actually seen Doctor Strangelove, but you know, that it makes sense that like Doctor Strangelove is something that's so iconic and famous that like so much media has parodied it or done homages to it over time, right? Like I've seen, you know, the dropping of the bomb, and like that's like the riding the atomic bomb, isn't that from Doctor Strangelove? So I'm like, I know that it's a very iconic thing, but that's not what I know it from. But I thought like maybe I feel like I've seen some things parodying it, and that's what I was thinking of. And I thought I had found it because it did say that it was played in a Futurama episode, A Big Piece of Garbage, right? And I know that episode quite well. And I went back and looked at the episode, and it's played in the end credits, yeah, but I was listening to it in the end credits, and I was like, no. I feel like I remember something where people are all gathering together, and they're all singing the song together, and it's like this really dramatic moment. And I thought I remembered it in like a sitcom, like Simpsons or Futurama or something like that. But I guess I fucking made that up in my head. Every time I hear that song, I imagine this scene in my head that doesn't exist, I guess, because I can't find it anywhere. And now I'm going crazy because I can't remember what video on this channel like I did that made me look it up before. Like, because now I looked it up for this time, and I remember I've looked it up before on this channel. So what else did I watch that had this song in it on this channel? Anyway, now I'm gonna get caught in that sort of rabbit hole for a while. But let's actually talk about the episode, because we don't have to just talk about some songs that played in the episode. We can actually talk about what happened. So it continues to be good. I like that it feels like we're getting, you know, like the Ghoul and Lucy, they met up again, and they're traveling together as a pair right now, which, you know, like it makes me think maybe we're gonna have at some point it's gonna be like Lucy and Maximus traveling together, and the Ghoul's gonna be separate, you know, like maybe they'll do stuff like that where they like mix and match the different main characters, and they'll be, because they all have their own goals and they're just trying to use each other for their goals, and it's really interesting. I like the way that they're doing it. So yeah, this is like, seeing those different matchups so far has been fun, and I'm just trying to think about what to talk about first. I guess let's talk about Maximus first, because I think this is the big one that's on my mind. So in this episode, I mean, we're kind of seeing more and more how flawed of a person Maximus like properly is. And I guess it is very, very consistent. He's someone that I want to root for, and that's why like when he's like doing disappointing things, it makes me sad, because I want to root for him. So the idea is in like, I believe Thaddeus was in the first episode. I honestly didn't remember him when we first saw him there. Like, I kind of recognized the actor, but I was like, I was just like, I probably know him from something else. But I think he actually was in the first episode of this, because they talked about it later in the episode. So at first, I thought he was just, you know, like, oh, this is just another dude. But it makes sense that he was one of the people specifically that Maximus holds a grudge against, because, you know, he was part of the reason he was treated like shit, essentially, right? And so, like, then he kind of revels in the idea of, like, okay, well, now he thinks I'm this badass, and now I can treat him like shit because he treated me like shit. And so, like, there's this, like, really sad thing where it's, like, we saw in episode 2 Maximus being treated like shit from Titus, and then when Titus is gone and he gets the Squire, he starts treating him the exact same way, like literally the exact same way, in that he even told him to wash the crotch medal immediately, like first thing, like, here, wash this, you know. And what we're supposed to see through this, I think, is like our introduction to Maximus, or our like introduction to his motives originally, was the idea of like, I wanna hurt the people who hurt me or whatever, right? Like, I want to get revenge against the people who hurt me. That's his character, like his main character trait. And so, like, it's consistent. It's very consistent in that if that's what he's doing this all for, then yeah, when he comes across someone who like treated him like shit when he was you know, when he was a recruit with him, then yeah, he wants to treat him like shit back. That's the kind of personality that he has. He's got a personality that's based around the idea of like justice, of getting your just desserts. So it's very consistent for Maximus's character, but it does make me very sad to see because yeah, like I'm gonna have the more of the Lucy ideas of things. Like I've said, you know, I relate more to Lucy, even though she's got this sort of blind optimism that a lot of the Vault Dwellers seem to have, as we see in this episode as well. I still subscribe more to, you know, the optimistic side of things than the pessimistic side of things. Of course, a series like that would call a person like me naive and would get a person like me killed within the series for being naive. And so, like, and that it makes sense in a world like this for that to be the case, you know? I personally think, like, that a story like this does sort of necessitate the need to put optimistic characters down a peg, but that doesn't mean that, you know, that sort of optimism doesn't have its place, and that also that it doesn't definitely apply more to our world. Like, I feel like optimism in our world is effective, and you can't like go look at Fallout and go, you're like, yeah, well, look at what happens to optimistic people. this shit happens, you know. So I am watching Maximus, you know, and the way he's treating Thaddeus, and it's sad. It's sad to see that, but I get it. I understand where he's coming from there, and at least it does seem like we're doing that. I was thinking throughout the episode, okay, so are they taking this in a let's show the depths of Maximus's flaws and then show him growing from that, or are we going to go on, like, is he a character that's about the corruption, about the idea of, like, well, he starts from a relatable place and a place of, like, oh, we understand why he's doing this, but he's going to become more of a villain throughout it as he gets sort of, like, deeper and deeper into being a piece of shit, right? And I was trying to figure out where they were going to go with it. The end of episode 3 kind of implies that this is more of a redemption arc than a de-evolution, you know, and it might go up and down throughout the series, but I'm trying to figure out, like, where are they planning to end the character arc on, you know? Are they planning for this character to end as, like, a guy that you go, oh, I was rooting for this guy and I'm glad that I did, you know? Or is it gonna go like, oh, you know, are we gonna be in the last episode of this season or of the series and go like, oh, Maximus, oh, you piece of shit, why did you do that, you know? I don't know. I really don't know, but right now it seems like it's implying that he's going to be more of a hero than a villain. He's going to be more of a good guy than a bad guy, from what I've seen, because he did end up listening to Thaddeus talk about, like, how he regretted bullying Maximus and all about the sort of, like, lore of the wasteland or whatever he called it. And then, heard that he was remorseful about it, and then actually started treating him a little bit better. Not way better, because he still, like, called him an idiot later, but then I think he did that out of, like, instinct. Like, you idiot, what did you do? And then I think there was a moment where it felt like he regretted it for a second. Like, he was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be calling him an idiot. And then ended up saving him from the Gulper. So, you know. And also, then, like, and this is kind of a fun little thing that writers can do, is, like, they give characters rewards for their development. They kind of did that in this thing, right? He saves Thaddeus instead of, like, leaving him to die, and because he saves him, the Gulper spits out this head, and it's the head that they need, right? And so it's like, congratulations, you saved your teammate. Your reward is what you were looking for. It just happens to be in here. Which I think is very funny. The idea of like rewarding them with something that's like so convenient, but it makes sense that they ended up there because they were following like the trail or whatever. Of course, it makes sense that the trail leads them to where the head was. So yeah, it's just very funny. So yeah, I am curious to see where they take Maximus's character. I like seeing the Lucy and the Ghoul sort of combination there, because Lucy is so like optimistic and is currently being beaten down by the world, right? And the Ghoul has been beaten down by the world so much, but now possibly there's going to be spurts of optimism in him, maybe. Like, I feel like they can influence each other and meet in the middle, but are they going to do that? I don't know. I'm excited though to see how this progresses. It would be cool if we have like a cool like buddy cop thing with these two, where they influence each other to the point where, you know, they've really bonded and it'll be like a sweet moment between them. I don't know, but it's good that they keep reminding us that the Ghoul was like, you know, a good friendly dude back in the day, like back before all of this shit went down. And they're showing us these flashbacks to go like, look, this guy is human. This guy is a human at heart, and it's just so much shit has fucked him up over time, but he's still a dude, you know? And reminding us of where he came from is really good to, I think, hopefully signal where he's going to end up back at, you know? Like, hopefully the goal is for him to become that sort of positive force again. And maybe Lucy can help him get there. Probably unintentionally. They're just trying to do their own goals, but they're affecting each other by trying to get it done. That's what fun writing like this is, you know? It's not... It's like there's a story that's going on, but really the story doesn't matter that much. Like, I want Lucy to get her dad back. I want these characters to kind of get what they want, but like, I'm not going, oh, I need them to get it this episode or whatever, because them chasing after what they want is what's influencing the character change around them. So I like that. I liked what we were seeing in this episode. I liked his little torture monologue as well, where he's like, yeah, look, torture is not effective at all and stuff. And I really like that as well as a like trait for his character. If he genuinely like believes torture is like not useful in the slightest, actually a good unique take on a like badass, you know, no bullshit kind of character. Very often those sort of no bullshit characters will be resorting to torture in a lot of those situations, you know. I mean, like, look at fucking even like Joel from The Last of Us, one of the best like no bullshit badass characters in the world to me. Like, I can hardly think of a character that I care about more in that range of characters than Joel from The Last of Us. But yeah, he tortures people. He has in the past, and he does during the games. So it's like, and it's pretty fucked up and horrible, right? But it's kind of nice to see a character like the Ghoul, where he's like, yeah, he's a douchebag. He's horrible. He kills a lot of people and stuff, but he doesn't torture, and he doesn't torture because he knows it's not effective, and he's not going to really get pleasure out of it because it's not effective. So, but he'll do what he needs to if it is effective. So using her as bait in that situation was going to get him what he wanted, and that's why he was doing it. He wasn't doing it to make her suffer. It just like happens to make her suffer, and he doesn't care about that, you know? And I think that's a fun distinction to make for a character like that. And I really liked that scene in that little monologue. It was great. So then we also have we're following Norm back in the vault, which I'm actually surprised that we jumped back to the vault, and it seems like there's a storyline going on there as well. I thought we'd leave the vault behind and we wouldn't see what was going on there, but seeing it through Norm's eyes is interesting. And the idea of, okay, so we've got these criminals, and they killed a lot of us and did all this horrible stuff, right? We've got them locked up. Now, this is where it becomes a problem for me, because I am wondering, like, the show is showing how the Vault Dwellers are like naive optimists, right? That's what Lucy is, and that's what most of the Vault Dwellers were. They're naive optimists. And so, like, they... Oh, it's tough, right? They see these criminals and they're like, we're going to... You know, they almost have like a white savior complex type stuff, you know? I know white savior isn't the right term to use, but that's like the feeling that it invokes these scenes where it's like, oh, they're just like, these are like misunderstood criminals, and we're going to be the ones to drag them out of that, and they're going to be so grateful that we helped them out and made them smarter people and stuff. And it's like, it comes from a place of feeling that they're superior to these people. And I mean, to be fair, these are murderers. These are horrible, awful human beings, right? These are disgusting, horrible people. So, like, I don't feel that bad for the murderers that the Vault Dwellers are being, like, condescending to them, because it's like there's lesser of two evils right there, right? But it's still like the way that they're talking about them is almost like, well, like they're talking about animals, you know? That it's like, oh, they just need to be trained properly, essentially. So, but the idea of like, we'll sort of, you know, redeem them and what's the word I'm looking for? Rehabilitate them, right? And then we'll reintegrate them into the vault. And so the way I'm trying to read the tone of the show, and the tone of the show and the way that they set up that scene is like, this is a bad idea. That's the way that the scene is set up, okay? Now, taking it with a grain of salt, because the whole scene is from Norm's perspective. So, of course, Norm thinks it's a bad idea. He doesn't like it. But I'm trying to sort of read where the show almost stands on that stance. Where, not that it necessarily has to have a stance, but generally inherently in the way that you edit a scene, you're influencing the viewer to have a stance on it, right? And the way that the scene is portrayed is like in such a way that this is a bad idea and these people are naive for thinking this could ever work. But like me, if I take away all of like what the show is trying to influence me of, and I think about it genuinely, and even if I take out like these character personalities and stuff, I'm just like looking at the pure information on a piece of paper, that might be what I come up with as well. Like the idea of like, let's try to rehabilitate these people, and hopefully reintegrate them. Because like, I wouldn't want to just say, well, fuck these people and kill them, you know? Like, I don't think that's a great thing to do. And I wouldn't want to just, you know, have them locked up forever with no hope of anything, right? Because then you're just keeping them locked up forever, like for the rest of their lives. And also, I mean, thinking strategically, it's also like a waste of resources if they're not helping out in any way. But you know, it comes down to if it's like possible to rehabilitate them. And I mean, I don't think people are inherently evil, and I do think like they're under the right circumstances and given the right time and all of that you could get a person to a point where they're doing the right thing, right? But sometimes, like, the one thing that I did like that Norm said was, he said, like, I don't think it's our responsibility to educate these people or whatever. He said something like that, where it's like, I don't think it's our job to do it, which that I agree with, right? We're just people trying to live our lives. It's not our responsibility to make sure that they're like living their right lives, you know? I agree with that much. Doesn't mean I agree with him saying like, well, let's just kill him. But like, I get what he's saying there, and I think he's right about that. But like then they also say like, well, but they know stuff about our vault security. If we just let him out, then we put them in danger, which that makes sense as well. I think it's tough. I think it's a way more complex and difficult situation than some people would probably conclude. Like, I really think a lot of people watching the show might just agree with Norm just wholeheartedly, no matter what, you know, just, yeah, kill him. Yeah, like, fuck these guys, kill them, right? But I don't think I can bring myself to feel that way completely, or at least feel good about it. I think I can understand why they would do it, and if that is where they end up going and it's just like Norm just ends up killing them, I don't think I'm gonna be like, oh, that's so disappointing, that's awful. I think I'm gonna be at a place where I'm like, it's sad that he had to do that, but that's what happened, so let's move forward with it, you know. But I just think it's interesting that this show has made me think about that much, because I don't know how I feel about it, and yeah, it's I like Norm a lot more as a character in this episode. I mean, in the first episode, I did also like his relationship with Lucy, and like seeing how they cared about each other. And you know, like they had a good sibling dynamic there, so I liked that. But then I thought, you know, once Lucy's gone, I'm not going to care about his character anymore. But I do. I actually care about him more now, I think. I'm very interested in seeing where... Because he's also mourning, you know, their dad's loss. So, yeah. Anyway, anything else that I wanted to talk about? Let me see. Let me read. I liked the sidetracked by bullshit line, where it's like, that's like the rule of the wasteland or whatever. You get sidetracked by bullshit. That's so open world RPG game, right? Where you're trying to do the main story, but constantly there's like open world shit going on, or there's side quests popping up, or you like come across a building that you want to loot, and then when you get the loot, you're like, oh, I can go sell that at this place, and you go sell that. And when you're there, you're like looking at other shops, and you find something new, and you test that new thing, and then you're doing something, and you're like, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was over there. And then you start walking towards there, but then you see a side quest on the way, and you start doing that. You know, it just keeps happening, and you never fucking do the main quest. So I really liked that line where it like tied it into the game. It was good. But yeah, I think that is all for Fallout 3, episode 3 rather. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. And yeah, go to my One Piece channel if you like One Piece. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.